We are back with Mo Alathe, Sherry Jacobus, Donna Brazile, and Grover Norquist. I want to show you all a figure which caught my attention. This is out of the Gallup poll this week. The question was, how is President Obama handling the economy? His approval rate in mid-August, early August, 35%, down from 42% in early June. What does this, or does it, do to the arguments next month in Congress with the White House about debt ceilings and budgets?
This is a conversation that the American people want, not just the president, but members of Congress and others to have. And that is, they want jobs. They want the Congress to focus not just on keeping their jobs and winning the next election, but also providing jobs for the American people. That's what those numbers reflect. Well,
but they also reflect that they don't think the president's delivering. So does that strengthen anybody's hands?
If you look at the economy, the president's not delivering. Certainly the Republicans have passed a series of pieces of legislation that Boehner keeps referencing that would allow jobs to be built, such as the pipeline down through Nebraska that the president's killing. There are quite a number of similar energy projects that the president's EP and others have killed, with hundreds of thousands of jobs lost as a result. If we'd had job creation from the bottom of his recession, which is July of '09, the way we did from the bottom of Reagan's recession, we'd have several million more jobs today than we do now. We have a lousy economy.
I just have to disagree. Because
you want to tell us it's a good economy?
I will say it's an improving economy. And by zero measure, can you say anything otherwise? Every indication shows that the economy is getting better. I think those poll numbers do reflect, as Donna was saying, frustration that things aren't moving more quickly.
Right, and we should add that Congress's approval rating, by the way, is way lower.
Congress's approval rating is much lower than the president's. Republicans in Congress approval ratings is at 26%. People right now are frustrated with everybody in Washington, but polls also show that the gridlock and the obstructionism is being attributed more to the Republicans than it is to the president or the Democrats.
When Nancy Pelosi was Speaker, I remember when the approval rating of Congress was 11%. So, and you can't tell people who are out of work and have been out of work for a long time or can only get part-time jobs that the economy is improving. That is not what people want to hear. You've got African-American unemployment higher under this president than it was under George W. Bush, and you cannot tell people who are hurting that it's getting better. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear it from pundits. They don't want to hear it from a president. They want to hear
wait, before you say the word sequester,
so that we
also known as budget
take
cuts.
the brakes off the economy so that we can create the kind of jobs that the American people need in order to survive and prosper.
Let me get you back to what I've promised here, and that is we had this RNC meeting in Massachusetts. Chris Christie, not always a favorite among conservatives, certainly in the Republican Party, had this to say about 2016.
For our ideas to matter, we have to win. Because if we don't win, we don't govern. And if we don't govern, all we do is shout into the wind. And so I am going to do anything I need to do to win.
So New Jersey, right? I'm going to do anything I need to do to win. I mean, what is the... First of all, he's running.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
And second of all, is there anything wrong with that message?
Well, the question is, you want to win. He wants to win as a Republican. He's going to be what he has been as governor of New Jersey, a successful lower tax, less spending. His battles have been against the teacher union bosses, and he's been able to do what other politicians haven't, which is says, I'm for education, and the teacher union bosses are stopping us from being able to accomplish that. We're throwing money in Newark at schools, and there's very little education happening. And until we break the teacher union abuse of their position and get real education going, it's not going to work. That's what's winning with Democrats, independents, and Republicans. So he's not moving left. He's actually being more conservative in terms of taking on the union boss.
Let me throw one more name in this, and then I'll let you go, and that is another person not running for 2016, Hillary Clinton, announced that she was going to do a series of policy speeches. I mean, this isn't that she's out helping women with microloans. She's doing, you know, stop and frisk and talking to the ABA, and she's going to take on some other really substantive issues. So how does she stack up against Chris Christie?
Oh, look, first of all, I want to, I'm not announcing this, but I just saw this morning, that all of her paraphernalia, it's ready. Her T-shirts, her buttons, everything is out there. That's
From someone else.
From someone else.
Right.
We don't know if she's running. That's the big unknown. But what we do know is that she's going to fill a void, and I think not just in the Democratic Party, but the Republican Party. She's gone out there with ideas so that the American people can start to chew on them, whether it's national security policy, foreign policy, domestic policy. People are ready to hear
what
that.
What she's doing is hitting the demographics that she needs to keep ginned up to support her, and she's doing these very careful policy speeches. Remember when she was running for the Senate or not running, and she did a listening tour? Now she's going out there and she's talking at people.
So talking to her.
Well, she's talking at people. She's either letting them talk at her, but she never converses with people, and she doesn't want that. She doesn't want that interaction. She doesn't want to have to answer questions, and she doesn't want to have to answer questions as to what her role was in some of these Obama policies and what she would do about them and what she thinks about them.
Let me Mo get in here, but because, first of all, we want to just note that you worked for Hillary Clinton, you're friends with Hillary Clinton, but and it's interesting that you're now over at the DNC. Just want to put that out there.
Well, I'm excited to be at the DNC. I don't know if she's good. I don't know if she's going to run. No one around this table knows if she's going to run.
Right.
We know she's going to run.
I didn't realize you were on her speed dial. But I mean, come on. She's not. No one knows if she's going to run. Here's what I do know, though. What happened in Boston at the RNC, the only thing that unified the Republicans there was beating up on Hillary Clinton and beating up on CNN. They did nothing but alienate those same demographics that they know they need to start being more competitive, Latinos, young people, by continuing to push a failed agenda.
I got to go. Mo Alathe, Sherry Jacobus, Donna Brazile, Grover Norquist. Come back, everyone.
We will.
Thank you.
Thanks.